I'm going to talk to you today about the recently discovered lost book of Nostradamus, which is a book that was formerly in the Vatican Library, and it was very, very important to the Catholic Church because it would mean the destruction of the Church if Nostradamus was proven to be correct in his prophecies. And he fell into somewhat disrepute because if he was a genuine prophet, he'd be able to give you the date of the end of the Church. And of course these drawings show us that it is the 20th of December 2012. Ophiuchus is the 13th constellation in his work, and it represents Christ, as he makes reference to it as one male. And in the ancient records of this particular constellation, it's referring to Christ and being the one that raises people from the dead, and it also crushes the serpent Lucifer. Now, here we have a depiction. In the left hand is the head of Lucifer. It's numbered 1966 in the Hebrew Concordance. That's the year I married Lucifer, Eileen, the Scorpio, and here it is being crushed in the left foot, crushing its heart, and the right foot is being stung in the heel, which is a reference to Genesis. The right arm is holding the tail of the serpent, and that is representative of the Rothschilds and the Khazar Jews that have infiltrated the entire world with its demonic evil. So it's written in the stars. The ancients read the stars like you would read the Bible. They read it on a daily basis, and they could predict the future, because it's all to do with the first and second coming of the Lord to the earth. This is the book of Psalms, written by David. If you take the word David, D-A-V-I-D, in English gematria and multiply it by itself, it gives you 3168, which is Lord Jesus Christ in Greek gematria. So we have John 13:18, which lines up with Revelation 13:18. So I was talking about the one that breaks bread with him, and that's referring to the serpent, Scorpio. This is why I had to marry two Scorpios and produce one daughter that was a Scorpio. Now Sagittarius is Rhiannon via Michelle, her youngest daughter, and Michelle is a Pisces. So the precise point of when the arrow of Sagittarius lines up with the point of the stinger of Scorpio, that is the crossing of the Milky Way galaxy in the year 2012 on the 21st of December. So here we have Michelle's youngest, which is Rhiannon, my youngest, which is Nicole. The age difference is 777.7 days, and if you draw a line from where I was born, which is Rothschild Avenue, and there's your devil, up to where Eileen was born, her home today, and down to Nell Street, is a distance of 777.7 kilometres. Now the difference in ages between the two daughters is 777.7 days and is 2.127 years. And the Great Pyramid is 2127 metres south of the 30-degree latitude. Now Rhiannon gave birth to Trinity Lee, and she will be 8.888 years old on my 69th birthday, which is the end of the lunation prophecies of the internal structure of the height of all of the chambers within the Great Pyramid, which is 1114 pyramid inches. So the start date was the first lunation after lunation 0, which was the 18th of December 1922 and ends on the 1114th lunation on my birthday when I will be 69 years of age, and 69 is Jehovah in English gematria. My second wife Pauline, which I married on the 14th of February 1987. My nephew was shot dead on October the 25th in 2003. Now, he was an evil man, don't worry about that, but he was murdered because we were opening up a shop that sold miracle water, which is colloidal silver, colloidal gold and colloidal magnesium in water, reverse osmosis water, which defeats almost all illnesses a man or woman can be afflicted with, and the pharmaceutical corporations, which is again going back to the Rothschilds, don't want any part of that, and they control the government, and they control the police, and they control the armies and everything else, so they had him killed. So on the 21st of December, which is the 20th in Northern Hemisphere, it's Rhiannon's birthday. She'll be 33. That central point there with the circle is the heel coming down, and it's joined by the two stingers. One is the arrow of Sagittarius, Rhiannon, and the other is the stinger point of Scorpio. They look something like that. So when the ancient prophets like Daniel and Isaiah read these, and Ezekiel, they were reading the Bible in space. This is a wondrous moment in Earth's history that we are going to cross the centre line of the Milky Way galaxy, and first time in 26,000 years. The Sun lines up with the centre point of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, the celebrated star is the red dwarf Bernard star, discovered in 1916. It has a magnitude of 9.5 and it's 6.1 light years away. So we go to Revelation 19:16 and we have King of Kings, Lord of Lords. The 6.1 light years is Isaiah 6.1. In that year of King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon the throne of heaven, high and lifted up, and his train stars filled the temple. So he was reading the stars, and it was something like this. Here we have the Milky Way galaxy at 100,000 light years wide. So therefore it is a height of 50,000 light years converted to a pyramid. And that'll give us the 50th layer of masonry, which is one of the solar eclipses mentioned by Nostradamus, which we'll get to in the next video also. So the magnitude 9.5 is the 95th day of the year, which is the date of the resurrection. So the heel area is referring to a supernova that occurred in the October 9th, 1604, and that's when the date of the King James Bible was first proposed. So the Great Pyramid is 2127 metres south of the 30-degree latitude, which is 2.127 years, which is also Ezekiel 21:27, the one whose right it is. I will overturn, overturn, overturn. It's referring also to the winepress prophecy and the vineyard prophecy. We've got 11.626 years as the age difference between my oldest daughter and Rhiannon, and that leads us into the King's Chamber via the antechamber, because the antechamber is 116.26 inches wide, and this is the age difference between Tracy and Rhiannon. It's the age difference between Michelle and I in days, and it's the age in weeks I was when I married Eileen.